Yo, what's up guys? Yeah, PokeaimMD here with the next part of the Uber's Road to Top 10. Thank you everybody for all the support on the Uber's Road to Top 10. Super excited about Sword and Shield. I love what we got yesterday. I'm hoping that next week as well at E3 and the Treehouse, Clubhouse, whatever it's called, we get even a little bit more information. I'm greedy, but you know, I'm hype about it too. So I saw a comment, I've been seeing comments forever, about Primal Kyogre. I apparently haven't used it once in this road, which is interesting. I thought I did, but maybe I'm just remembering regular Kyogre. So we'll be using Primal Kyogre today on this team by Zesty. Let's get right into team preview. So we're starting it off with Primal Kyogre, and this is a set I have never used. Jolly Primal Kyogre with Liquidation Earthquake, Rest, and Sleep Talk. So I believe the idea behind it is it's an all-around Arceus ground, the Judgment variant, switching. That also speed ties with max speed Groudon at best. We still have Earthquake to do a ton of damage to Primal Groudon. And then Liquidation is our stab. Primal Kyogre, with its amazing base 160 special defense, can take on the likes of Pokemon like a Veltal with ease. So I'm excited to use this set, an offensive Sleep Talk set. Next up we have Toxapex. This is really cool combined with Primal Kyogre because it provides us with T-Spike support as well as Toxic support. Haze is cool for potentially Geomancy Xerneas trying to set up in your face, or even like Dragon Dance Salamence, or to a lesser extent, SD Primal Groudon or Rock Posh Primal Groudon. Also good versus Calm Minding Arceus in general, or just setup ones in general can beat Marshadow, which is why we're physically defensive. It doesn't have Scald, so we really do rely on Recover, Toxic Spikes, Toxic, and Haze. It's just an annoying Toxapex with Rocky Helmet as well to chip away at Marshadow. We have Zygarde Complete as our next member. This is our Primal Groudon answer. With Coil, Thousand Arrows, Rest, and Sleep Talk, we're really taking advantage of these T-Spikes that are going to be on the field with our Rest Talk variants. Coil obviously boosting the attack and defense of this Pokemon. Actually doesn't really matter, it has 100% accurate moves. But this is a real big pain to deal with, especially when you have T-Spikes wearing down your opponent. Giving us a nice physical check to a lot of Pokemon in the tier as well, like Ho as well. Primal Groudon is the next member in the squad. We're running a Stealth Rocking defensive variant with Roar for Geomancy Xerneas, Toxic as well to wear down support Arceus, just in case Toxapex isn't able to do it itself. And then we do have Precious Blades as our only stab. The Spadef and HP allows us to take on +2 hits from any Xerneas, and we can just phase it out. Yeah, Primal Groudon, obviously there for Kyogre as well. But Mega Gengar is the next member of the squad, taking advantage once again of those T-Spikes and that status that we do have on the team with Substitute plus Hex. Substitute is really good for avoiding opposing status. Some Pokemon might end up going for Thunder Wave, Glare, things like that. Mainly Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp from support Arceus. Also, it's nice for wearing down your opponent with poison, especially because Hex is doubled in power when your opponent is status. Sludge Wave is our stab, and then Thunder is there for Primal Kyogre, as well as Pokemon like a Veltal, Arceus Water. Last but not least, we do have Arceus Dark, our final member of the squad, our Calm Mind Refresh variant. This is a Dark Resist for the team, giving us a nice setup sweeper as well, and Refresh means we don't care about support Arceus poisoning us. So that is the team for today's episode. Let us get right into team preview. No, we just did that. Let's get right into the battles. Alright guys, we have our first game, and really excited about this game. Sorry if you guys hear birds chirping outside, but it's hot in here, so I have to open up the window. But they do not like Liquidation from Primal Kyogre at all, especially the fact that I can just click. Oh, this is going to be fun. Now I do want to be a little bit aware, I guess is the word, or careful rather, of Reshiram. Now Specs is something that comes to mind, and because my Toxapex is not Spadef, oh my gosh, Life Orb does that much. Alright, so I definitely died to Specs. I don't even have to calc that. So Specs Reshiram is definitely something I am worried about. In order to deal with that immediately, combat something like that, I think that Arceus Dark gives me the best all-around good lead. Look at my opponent's Dark Resist. This is a Veltal, which I beat. If they go like the Ho route, for instance, or even the Primal Groudon route, I can just Judgment immediately. Not much is lost from me clicking Judgment here. Of course, they can get up rocks, but now they're in range of Earthquake, which is great. And if they want to go something like Ho, for instance, I do have a physically defensive Toxapex to deal with that. So, all for just clicking Judgment again. I would Calm Mind up immediately, but I don't see the Well, now I kind of want to Calm Mind up immediately. I don't think you beat me 1v1, and now I think that my Arceus Dark might actually beat your team. Fantastic play on my opponent's part. Well played, for sure. Well played. We are going to go Toxapex here. Very well played. They forced the Calm Mind. I love that a lot. They forced that Calm Mind. I do break a potential Sash, though, which is amazing, and I'm actually going to get up a T-Spike here. I value a T-Spike a little bit more initially than a Toxic. Toxic hits a lot, but that T-Spike is going to mean that that Reshiram cannot do what it wants to do as it's playing. And obviously this did a lot in Groudon, but that gives me my Zygarde. Once Groudon's gone, I'm free to click Liquidation. But at this point, I don't have to worry too much about clicking Liquidation anyway. Thousand Arrows is fine. You can't knock me out. You actually give me my Father form when I come back. Unfortunately, you are what comes out. So, not the best turn of events for me, for sure. Precious Blades would not knock me out, but it did 34% to Zygarde. Is that the rocks? I need Toxapex because Toxapex, first off, Fire Resist, which is great. Secondly, doesn't care too much about Marshadow. Yveltal can Poison. I don't want to go hard Kyogre. I'm looking at it and it looks like Primal Groudon is the weakest member, but actually, no. The weakest member is definitely Gengar. For sure. Like, obviously with Hex and whatnot, it's pretty cool, but if I'm my opponent, I could bring out Kyogre and just click buttons now. I don't see a reason not to. I really don't. Like, I'm looking at what my opponent has. I still have Toxapex the Haze. Unfortunately, my Zygarde is not completed yet. But I get my KO. Beautiful. I have my Heavy Rain up as well, so he's going to be able to click Draco versus me. But I get my Poison on Marshadow, which is great. I am an offensive variant, as I mentioned, so that's really solid versus this guy. Now, if they are SD Outrage on their Necrozma, and they turn out to be Necrozma Dusk Main, not Dusk Main, excuse me, Ultra Necrozma, it does make it a little bit more difficult for me to deal with, I feel. What's the thought process behind this Yveltal? How do I not just go Arceus Dark and beat your team? I'm going to Liquidate here. Like, what are you going to do? Ooh, I get a defense drop. Beautiful. Beautiful. So they went to Yveltal just to Roost, which is a little bit odd to me. But now they're probably going to lose a Pokemon or two to this. This is going to hit hard, bro. Ooh, that's some damage. And they're leftovers too. I can just click it again because I'm guaranteed faster. Look at Primal Kyogre putting in so much work. That is what I like to see. I knew this Pokemon was going to be deadly, right? Once I got rid of Groudon, I knew it would be deadly. I knew my Toxapex would be important. I'm assuming that was like Spectre, Reshiram, maybe Z or Life Orb. All of them are scary. All of the above. Maybe I could have kept Mega Gengar though. I want to keep that in mind because while Arceus Dark does beat most variants of Ultra Necrozma, this could have very well been Ultra Necrozma. If it's running Outrage, which is rising in popularity, I mean, I've definitely been using it all the time too, it makes it a lot more difficult to deal with. So, maybe Gengar wasn't the sack, and maybe I just dealt with Ho-Oh and stuff via Toxapex and Arceus Dark and Kyogre. So, maybe Gengar was not the sack there, now that I'm looking at it. Where's my rank? No, we're not 1769. We're 1774. Okay. 1774. I'll pause until we find another battle, guys. We'll be right back. Alright, so we got a game, and this is going to be a really annoying one. Because it looks like we're fighting like a Stallish variant. Blissey is going to be a little bit of a pain. Obviously, my opponent doesn't know enough about my Kyogre, though. I could see that being Arceus Water. Though I think we can beat it as well with just Rest. But yeah, the Zygarde's annoying because I don't have an Ice-type attack to threaten him with. So Kyogre is amazing on lead preview, right? It just deals with the majority of my opponent's team, so I'm actually gonna go that way, and maybe I can catch Blissey, especially because my opponent ends up leading off with Ho-Oh here. So Liquidation will definitely knock out Ho-Oh, and they give me Ho-Oh turn 1. So great start, fantastic start, and they gave me Ho-Oh. They still don't know if I have Ice Beam or not, but getting rid of Ho-Oh is a Pokemon I could not have switched into. So I'm very happy about that. In fact, I'm just going to go for another Liquidation again on this Necrozma. Not sure how well it's going to take it, but maybe he's doing this to Toxic me. Physically defensive? Physically defensive Thunder Wave. Interesting. So he's trying to Hex me with his Gengar then. Well, your Moonlight's not going to do much in the rain. Is that actually Arceus ground? I feel like physically defensive is not going to be that great here. My Zygarde is super good versus my opponent too. Ooh. Arceus Dark is still very threatening as well. I've managed to kind of do a lot to my opponent here. Arceus Dark is still a win con because it beats a lot of his team. I don't see how you beat my own. I'm gonna liquidate again. I guess it's Rest Talk. I get a crit, which is actually a little bit frustrating because I didn't want him to get his form here, but it might allow me to 2-hit KO this Pokemon. Look at this Pokemon and look at his team. Look how much, yo, them birds need to, okay, I'm closing my window. they are getting too happy. Calm down, it's okay. I'm a big fan of Groudon in this game too, especially because he doesn't actually switch into it, period. With Necrozma being at the level it's at. But I mean, like, look at his presses blade switchings. I guess he is Spadef, but the fact that Necrozma cannot wake up now is really good. Like, I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO this boy. Beautiful. I mean, Zygarde, excuse me. Zygarde complete. So, getting rid of Zygarde is great. Obviously, Gengar is a problem for me, but look at my Arceus Dark and look at my opponent's team. Obviously, their Arceus Dark can be problematic too. If Hex Guarantee knocks me out, I didn't even close the window because they gave me that mon and I got all excited. But if Hex Guarantee knocks me out, then I status poisoned 57 to 67. Wow, it's actually worth me going for Presses Blaze again. I was thinking about roaring on the Gengar itself. I'll go for it now. Obviously, they're gonna go for Hex, but they actually don't. So they let me weaken their Gengar, get in their Necrozma, which is amazing for me, and honestly, they just lose to Zygarde clicking Coil. So they're probably just gonna Moonlight here. They Sunsteel Strike as well. Like, wow, this set is really not that great, huh? That means this isn't Rocks. Is Blissey Rocks or is Arceus Dark Rocks, and they just can't deal with this Pokemon? Like, I don't see how they beat this. I don't see how they beat me clicking 1,000 arrows now. Hard Blissey. Oh, which unfortunately is not 2-hit KO'd. Coil again. Rest here. I'll tank every hit. Actually, 1,000 arrows first, as opposed to resting, because I don't want them going hard Arceus Dark. Arceus Dark is a problem for me to deal with. My own Arceus Dark just straight up beats them. Ooh, they're going to get me into Father form, which is sick. I'm not worried about this Mon because my Kyogre will beat it. My Kyogre beats their team too. I'm actually just going to click 1,000 arrows again instead of resting. I want to make sure Blissey is not an option that my opponent has versus me. I don't mind them KOing me with their Gengar. Because first off, I shouldn't die to... My Mega Gengar won't die to Hex itself, if I'm not mistaken. Hex actually does that much... That's not necessarily what I wanted. I could still see Kyogre winning though, so... Bring on my Arceus Dark. Judgment here. Should I Calm Mind first? Yeah, I think I should because I don't allow them to come in on me. I guess because I have Haze, I should be good too. I don't like how I shouldn't have risked my Zygarde there. I should have rested. But taking Blissey was just too good for me, I felt. Yeah, I don't mind that too much. Haze. They don't know if I have... Oh, okay. I can go right back out into my my Arceus Dark again. on them. They don't have Heal Bell on their Arceus, so they will lose. They'll lose to me 1v1. Yeah, I just refresh here. I'm gonna judge me immediately because I don't want them doubling out into Gengar, predicting me to want to go out into my Pex. Do I Toxic now? I do. All right, that should be game. They lose because I end up with a sub, and then my Kyogre beats the rest of their team. So that's amazing. That's literally game. And I just click Haze too, so that even allows me to keep my Toxapex alive. All right, I won this game. All right, cool. So I was assuming they'd be. They gave me so many Pokemon for free. Oh, that was a good game. I guess they could be weakness policy. They're physically defensive on this Necrozma though. I'm gonna recover to be safe because I don't want them hitting me with a Z. I don't care about the Thunder Wave at all. I just refresh. I guess I might as well take my free kill while I can, because I should be able to win this game. Gengar cannot knock me out at this percentage, no way. Let me be safe though and not open up the door, especially because I'm so close. That Toxic did not matter at all, because I just refresh immediately. But especially because I'm so close to top 10, I might as well play it a little bit safer here. This guy's team was weird. Like, had it been an actual Arceus, I feel like it would have been more of a threat, but like the fact that it was Combine Defog with, I guess, Blissey for support. And as you guys see, like, this is kind of where, oh, somebody's playing for, sorry about that, that's like a World Cup game. Someone's playing and they're using Crocodile, I know you, so I have to watch that on the side. So the thing that, like, I didn't obviously know that my opponent was, I obviously didn't know that my opponent wasn't No Refresh Arceus Dark, right? But that's why I wanted to take Blissey, because I was trying to open up that door for my Mega Gengar, because my Mega Gengar, if Blissey's gone, it can't confide me and it can't do like certain things to actually be a threat. But my Primal Kyogre, did you see that Pokemon just take KOs? Ho-Oh turn, I bet you that was Banded Ho-Oh too. I bet you that was like Banded Ho-Oh. No idea where we are on the ladder because the ladder doesn't actually update. Would love to see. Well, let me see what their rank was, because that'll help me. 15. Can we see where we are? I just want to know where I am, because like, if we look at top 10 right now, I know me just mashing is probably annoying people. It's annoying me too. I want to see where we are. 1774. Top 10 is 1797. Refresh. They're really not updating me. All right, I'm gonna pause it, guys, until we find another battle. I will be right back. So we have a game, and I'm gonna be real. I definitely wish I was. I definitely wish that I was an Ice Beam Primal Kyogre in this one, just because of Salamence. Salamence is definitely a threat for this team. But we do have Roar and Groudon. We have Toxic on Toxapex. We have a Zygarde as long as they're not outraged. So we'll see how that ends up going. Hex Gengar is pretty solid in this game. Big fan of Zygarde, honestly, just kicking Coil. I kind of wish I had Glare on this one too, but Zygarde like has just a good lead matchup versus everything, I feel. Though I don't want my opponent to be knockoff, so we're going to make the Arceus Dark play. This will invite in Xerneas versus me. Then again, I can probably just 1,000 Arrows and not care about my opponent's team at all. But in case this is Specs or Life Orb, I'd rather make the Arceus Dark play. Or is the play to go out to Toxapex and just Toxic? I think Toxapex is better because I can pivot, and a T-Spike is really good in this game, so lovely. Gonna get up a T-Spike here as he ends up going out to Groudon. Turns out they were a Toxic variant of Veltal. That doesn't tell me if it's Scarf or not, because some Scarf variants do run it. Now, unless he's max attack, my Toxapex will be able to live one press his Blades, and he does know I have a Zygarde, so I'm actually gonna go for a Toxic here. Obviously opening that door for Hex Gengar. Press's Blade should not be able to knock me out, like I said, unless he's max attack. And unfortunately for my opponent, they do end up missing there. So pretty big for me. Gonna open up that door for my Zygarde to come back in as well. That's not max attack. Could be HP Ice though. If HP Ice, I get in Gengar, but then I probably am gonna lose last month to Salamence, right? I guess I have Haze on Toxapex. 1,000 arrows. Arceus Fairy ends up coming out. That doesn't typically run options for hitting my... doesn't typically run options for hitting Toxapex or like refresh variants, so Toxapex should be good. Let's get up a second layer for that Xerneas as well. I don't know if that's Scarf or Defog or whatever. I do have a Gengar which I could bring in, but I didn't want to bring it in directly on an Earth Power. And if this Arceus decides to recover here or go right for that Earth Power, that's fair because I'll tank that. So this is Kyogre's time to shine, right? Huh. Is it though? If I don't die to a... I don't want to be crit, right? And maybe I shouldn't risk it. %43% is the max they can do. Yeah, this is definitely Kyogre's time to shine. Beautiful. So they can easily go Groudon after, but I'm going to click Liquidation anyway. They may just defog if they want to, if they have it. If they go Groudon, I can Earthquake it and 2-hit KO it, so I'm not as worried about that. And getting rid of their Ghost Resist is amazing for me too. There's their defog. An Earthquake here on the Primal Groudon switching. Pretty safe, pretty obvious. Ooh, that did no type of damage. Max defense. I really want Zygarde complete in this game, so I'm going to make the Zygarde play now. Arceus is dealt with by Hex. Yeah, I really want Zygarde complete so I don't lose to Salamence. I'm trying to get a particular Pokemon in this game to use, and it's not working. Look how weak this Pokemon is, too. The fact that they were able to get up Stealth Rock there. Xerneas comes out. We always go Groudon now. Moonblast. Can they do... Can I take a +2 Focus Blast from Xerneas at this point? Xerneas, Uber Geomancy. 63 to 74. I'll lose if they Geomancy up, so I'll go for Roar. I don't know if that's Scarf either. Not the Pokemon I wanted to come in. I'm trying to see how I stop myself from losing to Xerneas later. I don't see. Like, Earth Power will not be able to knock me out. I could get up rocks. I could even knock this thing out and get up. Actually, I can get in Toxapex. Toxapex is going to be my best chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up rocks to probably force my opponent's defog later. Now, while I can easily go Gengar here and Mega Evolve, I think it's better to get in Toxapex because I'll live their hit and I can haze Xerneas. So, yeah, I'll live their hit. I can haze Xerneas. If they want to defog with a Veltal, they can. I'm hazing you all the way back, bro. I guess you're Ultra. It's definitely Ultra. No, but then I get my Arceus Darken and I'm probably going to lose the game. We're going to pull a double out to Gengar, expecting the Xerneas more than likely. Nice. And I don't see a reason not Sludge Wave. This thing is a threat. Yeah, let's get rid of this monster. Alright, so this is the part where we kind of lose to Salamence, I feel. Depending on its set. I do think that if it's not Outrage, I can bring out my Zygarde and just coil alongside him. As he is unfortunately Outrage. I think I need some chip on him with Toxapex. There's a 2-turn. Arceus. These two should be able to beat this Pokemon. This is Ultra Necrozma, I'm more than likely sure. Yep, I mean, I needed that to happen. I feel. I don't know what how I could have done that differently versus Salamence. I have Veltal's own ability to knock it out. So I'm going to be able to knock you out here. I guess if this is Rock Polish, It still shouldn't be able to beat me. Yeah, it just Ultra Bursts here, and then my Gengar outspeeds it and beats it down. And it's still not able to beat me. So obviously if Salamence didn't hit himself, it would have been able to hit me with a Frustration or Double Edge, and that may have just taken me out right there. That's why I tried to get in my Zygarde and hope he wasn't outraged, but if he was outraged, I had to switch it up a little bit. That Xerneas, he should not have given me Xerneas. I don't know why my opponent gave me Xerneas there. If that would have came in at any point, at any other point, it probably would have just won the game itself, which is why I was so paranoid about it. I'll pause it until I find another battle or I know where I am on the ladder, because I know I'm 1781 now. Before that game, not getting that much. So you see we're 1781 before that one game. If we refresh here, we are 1788. All right, awesome. So I'll pause it. We'll be right back. So this game is going to be one of those games that's super annoying because I don't have hazard control, and my opponent. I mean, like Arceus Dark is really good here, but between Tyranitar, which could have low kick, and mainly Buzzle. Buzzle barely an answer. Honestly speaking, they better have Ice Beam on that. They better have Bulk Up Ice Punch, and they better have Ice Beam on this. I don't think they beat Toxapex though. Like as a Pokemon. Now I don't want them to have. I don't remember what type of Lottie is. Have fun. And I don't want them to be a random trick set, so I'm gonna go out to Arceus Dark here just in case. Now this does invite in both Buzzwole and Tyranitar. They may double Miss Ball. Let's see, they end up going Blissey. Great. So I get up a T-Spike here. Fantastic. I get up a T-Spike here. I think I literally... Man, that Miss Ball's not going to do crap, man. I'm a Toxapex. I just realized. Drop a Draco Z. Love the name, by the way. Never noticed it. On the Lottie. Am I allowing nicknames? Is that how I'm able to see that? What if this is Z? Beautiful double back out into Tyranitar. If I get up rocks, I can roar around. I still think I get up T-Spike. Like, I'm physically defensive, so I'm not as worried about Megatyranitar. And them getting up rocks, is that going to be that much of a deal when I'm getting up my T-Spikes? Especially because Coil Zygarde looks like it just wins with T-Spike up. Get up another layer. And we'll get out Groudon here. Sorry about that miss, buddy. So with the Hex and all that stuff, my Gengar might actually be able to punish my opponent very, very much. Right? I can see it punishing them very much. And I always go Arceus Dark on the Lottie. We know it's leftovers Lottie, so I'm not fearing it really. Go ahead and defog. Cover here as you go Blissey. Get up Toxapex and get up T-Spike again and try and wear down your entire team. Okay. Gonna get up that T-Spike again. I'm actually gonna Toxic the Tyranitar as well. If I can, of course. Now, they unfortunately get a crit on me, which sucks because Pursuit is going to kill me now. I actually have to recover here. Yep, if they pursued it there and I switched, I died. So I had to recover there. Thanks, man. I literally had to recover there. And with Tyranitar being that weakened, I actually like the idea of going Kyogre. Because I was going to say it threatens the Blissey and whatnot, but... Make the Arceus Dark play as a Toxic on me. Gonna make the Kyogre play again, anticipating maybe Blissey to want to come out as they go for defog. Surprised in my face they defog. Wow. Alright, we'll just refresh here so they know I have it. And right back out we go. Now, I don't remember the Blissey Shed Shell, but that's 2 heal bells wasted. 50%. I think I recover actually. Yeah, I want to be out of range of Tyranitar. I want to be out of range of T-Tar. Ooh, my Rocky Helmet is so good here. So them being that low is so nice with Tyranitar because that's making my Gengar more of a threat, obviously. I can probably start coiling up and beating them down. I'm just gonna do it. Like, I want them to get poisoned on their Mon. And then I'm actually gonna make the Groudon play after. Because if I'm them, I probably hard switch immediately. I don't actually let this thing set up on me. Yep. Lottie. Rocks there. I can pivot out to Toxapex because I won't die to a crit. I'm keeping Tyranitar nice and low too. Yeah, as I mentioned, I won't die to a crit. So I'm okay with that. They have 6 more Mist Balls and it dropped my special attack. They might Toxic here. Toxapex is always the best pivot because it still won't die to a crit. And we're going to try to T-Spike again. I feel like that's such an odd Tyranitar play too because you don't have rest. You've shown your set. Like now your Tyranitar kind of dies to Arceus, I feel. I think my Arceus wins. They unfortunately miss a Toxic and I land mine, so that's pretty big. I wanted the Toxic on them for Hex. As they Toxic there. And I'll make the Kyogre play, anticipating them to want to go Blissey. They don't. Which is fair. Just Roar here. I'm assuming Lottie is their... Lottie maybe their mid-ground. Roar didn't care about Protect either. Get a nice little poison on Buzzwole too, so that's really nice. Roar again. I'm trying to get the... I'm getting everything out, which is great. And because I died a poison plus everything, I literally get in my Gengar now and don't care. So we're just going to press his Blades. Get in my Gengar and click Hex. This is what I want, like the free Mega. Now their Blissey better have a way of touching me, otherwise I'm staying here versus that Blissey for very many turns. I guess Ferrothorn can technically come out too. They actually give me Mega Slowbro. Great. Alright, so that opens up that door for Kyogre. I just need them to give me Lottie. Well, Lottie needs to stay poisoned. Real talk, but... Let's see if they doubled here. Or went for another layer of spikes. They actually go for another layer of spike. Alright, I need to be careful about this thing because this will beat me down with their spikes. Their Gyro Balls will beat me down, their spikes will beat me down. But they have very limited Leech Seeds, so I'm okay about that. Like eventually they're just going to defog. So I can just spam Haze, I think. Repeatedly. This isn't a problem. Get up all your layers. Like I have to do this now, I feel. Okay, one more. Blissey is leftovers. Blissey is leftovers. Hasn't used the Heal Bell. They're worried about me trapping Blissey too. There's a Gyro Ball. This can literally come in on every Pokemon on their team. So I'm not worried that much. I don't mind Toxapex being hazed on and whatnot. So I call now as they probably go out into Ice Punching Buzzwole. But I don't think Buzzwole will beat me. Heal Bell shouldn't matter as much in this case either. They definitely have Recover on their Latias's last move. I'll just 1,000 arrows in your face. There's no way their Latias beats me. Mist Ball definitely. It's not Ice Beam as last. Let me rest though to be safe. Like I can't lose the Buzzwole, I can't lose the Blissey, I can't lose the Ferrothorn. I'll just get all, especially like they're gonna have to defog eventually if they want to even have a chance of beating me. Exactly. I'm not gonna lose the Buzzwole, so there's no way their Toxic like bulk up too. And plus I'm max defense, so even if they crit me, I think Zygarde wins the game. Huh? What's your last move? Is it actually Ice Punch as your last move? Now I'm a little bit worried. What if it's Earthquake? I'm about to die, aren't I? It's Drain Punch. Okay. That's so anticlimactic, bro. It can't even touch Gengar. I don't care about that. You better be metronome too, bro. Always Kyogre here, I feel. Can't risk them critting this. I could just rest up on you. Sleep Talk in your face. Can't risk them critting Toxapex because Toxapex is going to beat everything. Also, that Buzzwole cannot touch me. They might double out into Lottie, but if I Sleep Talk a Liquidation, I beat it. They have 5 Gyro Balls left, so I can beat Ferrothorn by just having a sub if they're out of Gyro Balls. That did some damage, I'm going to be honest. That did some damage right here. Hold up. Ooh, you better hope I don't pull it. You better hope I don't pull this. Luckily for them, I did not pull it. Don't care about you as a Pokemon, so I just click Toxic now. Cannot kill me with crits. 4 missed balls left. Zygarde can set up in your face again. Yep. I think that has to be Shed Shell and Buzzwole. I feel like that's their move, but I guess they could be Z as well. I kind of want to get my father form in this game, too, if I can. I don't want them getting in Lottie, though. On my, I feel like they won't risk Lottie, but... Yo, I'm doing a lot with these. Hold up, you got to protect here, buddy. I'm doing a lot. If Ferrothorn's down, you're... Because even Rest, 1,000 Arrows... Like, now I know you're set. I'm going to get my father form first, as opposed to going hard Gengar. I want my father form, yeah. Nice. Getting Gengar now. This should be Shed Shell, I guess. Better hope he's Shed Shell. They are not Shed Shell, so down goes that Pokemon. Tyranitar's probably going to come out, or Ferrothorn. I switch. Buzzwole's gone. I should be able to win the game 6-0 with Zygarde now. And you only have 7 Leech Seeds left, so I think it's a good game. I'm not going to tell him, because I'm pretty sure he's going to... That's a good game. Yep, yep. Yeah, I was just saying that. 7 seeds. Yeah. If you had gotten... I think I lost. GG, man. Nice. Alright, so that was a longer one, but that's why I said, like, on that crit Stone Edge, I probably shouldn't have risked it, but I knew he had to pursue that next turn, because if I let Toxapex come back in, I could win. I could do what I just did. Was it really not? I can't believe it wasn't Shed Shell and Buzzwole. That changed my thought. Like, I went hard Buzzwole because at that point, I mean, hard Gengar because at that point, Tyranitar was low, so I beat that. I beat Lottie, and I guess the Blissey, because it's not Shed Shell, I could stall it, I guess, technically, with Thunders and whatnot. It only has 5 heal bells, so I'd be forced to use them. That was fun, though. I'm glad we were able to win that one. Where are we on the ladder, though? That's what matters more. That's number 10. That's top 10. Perfect. Your boy has hit top 10 on the ladder. 1809. I really... With a 90 GXE. Not bad at all. Oh, my boy Gostop is up there, too. Oh, he's been trucking since I've been hacking him to death. But not bad. 1809. Top 10 on the ladder. That means that we have finally accomplished the road to top 10 in the Ubers tier. Thank you, everybody, for watching. The reason this episode wasn't up earlier today is because I was suffering from a mild food poisoning. I'll tell you guys what happened. So the other day, I was cooking some food, and I smelled the chicken. I was like, oh, this does not smell very good. But I was also very hungry. And, you know, we bought food. I didn't want to waste it. So I Googled a lot, and I was like, okay, so can I still eat this? And it was like, yeah, you won't die if you cook it. I read a whole bunch of stuff, you know, 165 degrees, all that stuff, and this has nothing to do with top 10 at all. By the way, I'm probably going to do PU next, more than likely launching on Saturday, maybe, but, yeah, so I read it up, I cooked it well, and I cooked it with, like, some zucchini, and, like, some mashed potatoes and whatnot. I had some, forgot what that thing is, but it was wrapped around the chicken as well, and I put some cheese on top. It was a masterpiece. I took a bite of it, and I was like, damn, this tastes terrible. I mean, it didn't taste terrible, but like obviously the chicken had a foul odor, like a taste to it. It tastes good, but it had like a sour taste. And I was like, damn, this is not good. Like I cooked for me and my wife, and I said, babe, don't eat this. As I ate like 4 more bites, and then all the zucchini that was baked with it as well. After I seared it and then, or sauteed, whatever the term is. So, luckily, it seems like it only lasted a day and a half, 2 days. So I'm recovering still slowly. But yeah, bottom line, don't eat chicken that you know is gonna kill you. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed the road to top 10. That last battle was a lot of fun. Felt like a jam bad live, but that last battle was a lot of fun. I hope you guys also liked that I was trying to use the suggestions as much. I'm trying my best. Obviously some people have been saying and they didn't notice earlier, but when did you start putting the plus or minus on things? I take into account what you guys are saying, right? I put the types, put the plus minus for those that might not do it. I definitely messed up a few times as we were going, and even in this road, I'm a little bit upset at how many losses I got. I got 16 losses. Really mad about that. I know a lot of those could have been avoided. I also know some of my wins as well could have been not wins had I not been lucky. So yeah, ended up ending it with a 90 GXE though, which is pretty fun. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends. I'll see you guys at the PE Road Top 10 hopefully on Saturday.